to show you how I store a glut of cucumbers. Now, I don't do this very often because normally cucumbers go on salads, go on sandwiches. I don't normally have to worry about storing them. But if you do have a glut, like I have at the minute, I've got a few small market moors, but I've still got some cucumber in the fridge. I don't want these to go bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pickle them. So they'll be gherkins. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of the ends. And then just slice them up as you like. Try and keep it pretty even. And the thing with the cucumber or the gherkins is, unlike the beetroot, which was the last pickling video I did, we need to cold pickle these. There's a couple of things that we need to do first. So we need to prepare the cucumber and we need to prepare the vinegar. But it all needs to go cold, and it all gets done 24 hours, and the pickling gets done 24 hours after preparation. So I'll get the other two chopped up and then we'll come back and move on to the next step. Right, there we go, all chopped up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to salt the cucumber, and what this is going to do is this is going to draw any excess moisturiser out of the fruit, and that will make them nice and crunchy for when they're gherkins. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to lay them out on the bottom. Like so, make a layer. And then we're going to, don't be shy because we're going to rinse them off, put some salt on, like that, and then do another layer. Same again. That, and then just keep doing that until you've done it all. So I'll get that done and we'll come back. Right, there we go, that's all that's salted. So all I'm going to do now is pop the lid on and pop it in the fridge, and that'll stay in the fridge for 24 hours. Right, but what we're going to do in the meantime is keep an eye out for the water being, for the moisture being drawn out, and we're going to drain it. Okay, so that's that done, and now we'll move on to the next step. Another thing you're going to want to do is get your jars steamed ready. Now these aren't all for the cucumber, I'm doing some beetroot at the same time. So two birds with one stone and all that. So you've already pre-washed jars and lids into the steamer. You can do them in the oven as well, but this is my preferred method of doing it. Both tiers, put the lid over, and we'll give those a good half an hour. And that's them sterilised. And I'll just show you. The cucumber's only been in the fridge for about 45 minutes, and you can already see the moisture that's coming out of them because of the salt. So I'll get that drained and I'll pop it back in the fridge again. Right, so the jars are ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them out on a clean tray. Sterilised tongs there. I'm going to put them out under a clean tray, under a clean towel, and then I'm going to cover them with another clean towel, and there they're going to stay until I'm ready to put the cucumber and the vinegar in them. careful as you can, it's very hot. Probably 2 jars will do for those. So, right, I'm now going to sterilise my jar, which I'm going to keep my vinegar in, which is an old sausage jar, which the white vinegar comes in. I'm going to just pop that in there. Get these lids out first. And that one. Cover that. And go. Get that sterilised too. Cover them. And that's just going to stay on the bench, like I say, until I'm ready to put the cucumber in them. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the vinegar. And what we're going to do is exactly the same as when we're doing the beetroot. We're just going to heat the mixture through, which is 2 parts vinegar, 1 part water, half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and teaspoons worth of cracked black pepper. And all we'll do is heat that through until all the sugar's dissolved and it's come to a light rolling boil. The vinegar's now ready, all the sugar's dissolved. The jar I'm going to keep the vinegar in is now sterilised. Get that out of there. And the lid. First, what we're going to do is, because this is for cucumber or gherkins, whichever you want it, we're going to add a teaspoon's worth of mustard seeds. This is a half a teaspoon, so I'm going to do 2. And a teaspoon of dill. Actually, that's quite a bit, we'll just make it half a teaspoon. We'll just stir. And then we'll just ladle this into there. Or just pour if you like, but these pans are really heavy, so I'm going to check that. Just ladle it in. I've probably got far too much here, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Like that now, pour it in. Slide the edge off. Make sure it seals. Pop the lid on. And then I'm just going to going to leave that to cool down for tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day and my cucumbers have been sitting. There's still a bit of liquid in there, but I've drained most of it off through the last 24 hours. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the cucumbers into a colander and we're going to wash all the salt off, and then we're going to leave them to drain for a minute. So we'll get that done and we'll come back. Right, there we go. That's that done. So I'll get the jars ready now. I think one of them and one of them will do it. And what we also want to do is have our labels ready. We'll do them now while that's just drain a little bit more. Now, because we're cold jarring or canning, whatever you want to call it, you'll only get 6 months on these. So what I like to do is, different from like say the beetroot, I'll write the date that I actually pickled it on, because with these, because it's hot jarred and you've got a seal, then that'll stay fresh for as long as you like until the jar's actually opened. But with these it's different. You're not getting a vacuum seal, so you only get 6 months with it. So what I like to do is write on what it is and best before end, and we are now in August, so August, no, that's wrong, 6 months from August will be February, won't it? So we'll try again. Cucumber, best before end of February 16. And on with jars, which if you remember yesterday were sterilised and have been kept clean until today. Right, all we do, fill the jars up, clean hands. And then we've got our vinegar we made yesterday. Just give it a shake up. Open the jar. That was nicely sealed. Pour it over. Make sure you completely submerge everything. Like so. And then like that. Do it again. Give it a shake. Next one. put your lids on. I'll have to find a proper lid for that one. There we go. Your cucumber, that'll stay on the shelf until 6 months time, which from now is February 2016. So we'll catch us next time in Mrs. Doyle's kitchen.